So welcome back to Twinfluence for this part 2 of our what the fuck are we naming the we didn't name it yet. Part 2 of insert episode name here.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Alex.
And I'm Tim.
And this is Twinfluenced, our podcast with hot takes and unfiltered thoughts about everything pop culture and current.
Join us every Tuesday
And get Twinfluenced. So welcome back to Twinfluence for this part 2 of our what the fuck are we naming the we didn't name it yet. Part 2 of insert episode name here.
Yeah. The book discussion.
Yeah, but that's not going to make sense because this isn't going to happen. All right. So, moving on to our next subject. We're just going to get right into it. So, last week, Timmy camped out in front of Best Buy and he got the brand new Switch 2. Do you want to tell them a little bit more about that?
Okay, I didn't camp out, but so if you guys don't know, the Switch 2 is out. And when it originally went out for pre-orders, I literally was like waiting in the Target app, and then as soon as it became like, I think it was 11 for us because it was like based on Eastern time, so it was like 11 p.m. and it immediately sold out online. And then like any other app, you could not even get it. Like it wouldn't even work. They all crashed, and so I didn't get the pre-order. And so I was really worried that I wouldn't get the console like at all. And it's expensive. Like the first one was like $300.
It's beyond expensive. What's it, like $700?
No. I got the bundle, so it was $500, but you're actually saving money because...
Oh, you're actually saving money.
You are, because, first of all, it's an investment. If you're a Nintendo junkie like me, you're going to get all the upcoming Mario games that will eventually be coming out.
For free?
Not for free, but like...
So it's not an investment. You have
but
to
you'll
pay
be
for
able
every
to,
game that comes out.
But that's the way life is. But it's an investment because you're
framing this as an investment. It's not an investment. You have to.
You're not going to get your money back, but like you get to enjoy what's going to come.
That's anything though. But nothing's out yet.
No, but
you paid $500 to be able to buy more games in the future.
But I actually saved money because the console is $450 without the bundle, but then the Mario Kart game is $80 on its own. So you're actually spending only $50 for the game with the bundle. So I saved money. And
an $80 game?
And that game isn't worth $80. It's worth...
No.
I would say no game is worth $80.
No.
But anyway.
$80? Remember games were $10.
I don't remember when they were $10. I remember when they were like $50.
I remember when they were $20. I remember when they were $10. I remember when they were $5.
I don't think they were ever.
That's outrageous. So he has the Switch. Of course, the only game out is Mariokart World. And we were playing it last night. And so I have a few initial reactions that I would like to go through.
Well, I'm just going to say...
My first reaction...
I didn't finish my story.
It's not a story. You got in there and you bought the Switch. Good job. Can I say what I want to say now for once?
I guess.
It's Twinfluenced, not the Timo show.
Wow, it should be.
It should be. Daisy is not Middle Eastern.
Oh my god.
She's just not. You can't declare her in the year 2025, what, like 35 years after her creation? When was she first invented? The 90s? The 80s?
I think the 90s. I think if you look into her lore, though, she was always from the desert. And then they kind of stopped.
I don't think that's true.
And then, because no one played her original game, because it's like a really old game. But
it was not the desert.
I think it is the desert, is what she's supposed to be from. but then they don't do
But her
anything
castle,
with her
they've
background.
had racetracks on her castle
No,
before.
they haven't.
Yeah, in the old game.
That wasn't her castle. It was just a Daisy themed track.
You can't all of a sudden declare that Daisy is.
She's just white passing.
You can't just decide she has just been white passing this whole time and she really is Middle Eastern and she has this whole cultural identity towards her. Like, it's lazy, first of all. There's nothing wrong with making a new Middle Eastern character and
Okay,
introducing
well,
them.
let's specify she's hardly Middle Eastern. Like, she's still.
They didn't change anything about her.
No.
Except now they want her to wear a Jasmine outfit from Aladdin, so they're like, oh, well, she's really Middle Eastern, so it's okay.
But even that isn't even like a Middle Eastern outfit. If you've
What
ever,
is it? Like
I
Indian?
watched no, stop. I watched a video.
What is it?
That was like they were breaking down. There was this girl who would break down like the fashions of all the Disney
That's what
princesses.
the Indians in CK3 wear.
That's not the pants that they wear, though. Basically, this girl was breaking down all the Disney princesses, and when she got to Jasmine, she was like, Jasmine doesn't really represent.
Oh, this girl said it, so it must be true.
She would like show her sources, and she had like a whole background, fashion, whatever, fashion history, and she basically was like, Jasmine doesn't represent any one Arabic culture. She's just like a bunch of them
a
together.
blend of Arabia.
Yeah. And that even her outfit doesn't represent any of those. It's like very much like a 90s outfit that they just like made to look like it, like she's Arabic. And that's very much what the Daisy outfit looks like to me.
But it's still, you're trying to represent Arabic
Yeah.
culture through it. They're trying to represent an Arabian princess through the outfit, and that's outrageous because she's white. She's a white woman.
White passing.
Now.
This is a fictional character, by the way.
It's just, you can't invent new backstories for already existing characters.
I don't know if it's a new backstory, if they're bringing back an old backstory.
And going on to say, you know, they clearly wanted new characters because now you can have 24 people in the race, so they have all these characters, like new characters in the race. Let's just go through some of these characters. For those, again, a reminder, we're talking about the new Mario Kart game.
I know, this is the forefront of everyone's mind.
And I don't know if you've ever driven a car before. I'm sure you haven't. I know for a long time you haven't.
I didn't get my license till I was 17.
That's not even true. You were like 19 years old.
That's not true. I got my license when I was 17, but I didn't start really driving on my own till I was 19. 18.
That's not... You got your license after you graduated.
No, I didn't. I remember doing my senior presentation, and I was like, I got my license this year. Or I think it was junior year.
I don't think that's true.
I know it's true because I know when I got my license.
You never drove.
I didn't drive, but I drove enough to pass the test after 3 tries.
After 3 tries. So one thing you'll know is you need arms and legs to drive a vehicle. Would you agree with that statement?
In the real world, yeah.
So why are there characters with neither arms nor legs? For example, Pokey. Goomba has no arms. A cow. These are the new characters among many. Piranha Plant.
Piranha Plant has leaves.
It doesn't have legs.
Okay, it's a go-kart, though. You do auto-accelerate.
Who asked for these characters?
No one asked
Not
for them.
me. Nobody. So why? Why'd they add them? It's just...
Okay,
No,
this is
Nintendo.
perfect for
It's
my
no
segment.
Nintendo. Another thing I just read moments before filming this is the Peach is a new Peach.
They're all new voice actors.
Yeah, and people don't like
and she
that.
didn't know that she was fired until the day the game came out.
Yeah,
Isn't that kind of sad?
I mean, it'd be like that, but people
Okay.
don't like that, so I'm gonna add it to the list.
Her voice is deeper. I could tell.
I can't tell because I don't pay attention that much to their voices.
My thing is the Peach is like whatever. It doesn't sound that different, but the Rosalina sounds like Peach to me.
So you think they like lightened up her voice?
Her voice is really high pitched now.
Oh well.
I'm gonna say that the Switch gets a lot of unnecessary hate because my thing is
Okay, but I saw this thing that they were playing Fortnite and the graphics literally would not load. It was literally like you were zoomed in on like a Google Earth image, and it was like an like a blobs of buildings.
I mean, it's still working out the kinks, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, when you release a console, I think when you release a console for $500, I think the kinks should be worked out.
PlayStation, Xbox released their consoles for $200 more than that, and they had to work out the kinks on their stuff too. I
think that's just they're just lazy in general. Like, work out your kinks, make a product that's good.
The Nintendo game on the Nintendo console is fine and runs fine, and I think that's what matters. My thing is either if you don't want it, then don't buy it. I'm sick of these streamers shitting on the game, but they got 3 pre-orders of it, and I didn't get. I actually wanted the game, and I didn't get my pre-order, and I ended up getting it on launch day. But still,
so you're not at a disadvantage.
No, but it's just annoying when people shit on it, but they're still buying it. So it's like
that's consumerism.
It is consumerism, and it's like either buy it and enjoy it, or buy it and dislike it and return it, or dislike it and don't buy it, are your options.
But how do they know they don't like it until they buy it?
Well, how can you know that you don't like it until you play it?
They were playing it.
A lot of people shit on it before they even had it. So what do you think is better? Do you think Mario Kart 8 is better or Mario Kart World?
So in terms of the substance of the game, so the trick, they changed the way you do tricks. I don't think I like that. I don't like that you can't customize your vehicle anymore.
I like that you don't have to.
I don't like I kind of like the way the gliders look, but I almost wish that like they would have added like a flying component just because it looks like you could fly, but it's still just a stupid glider. I feel like they could have just made it like they made it look like little planes. You could have just made it a plane and like had tracks where you're not gliding, but you're like racing through the air.
Yeah. They could have added more stuff to differentiate it.
Because you still are gliding.
And the mechanics of the game are very similar to the previous entry.
Yeah, and it's like now all your items automatically drag behind you, which is like fine because I always did that anyway. So now you don't have to hold the button.
Yeah.
What else? I think the knockout tournament's actually really fun.
I like it.
The tracks are interesting. We haven't done them all yet.
No.
But I like them. The outfits I'm not thrilled about.
I like the outfits. I just feel like if they're going to do it, they could have done more with it, you know? And the interface is so clunky.
It is. But alright, is that all?
I think that's all I was going to say. I think that we need to give it a chance, and I feel like if you're not a true Nintendo fan, I don't want to hear it. Because I feel like I've been ride or die Nintendo since I was 4 years old, playing on my GameCube.
Wait, I forgot to say one other thing about Daisy, and that is that she has supposed to have short hair.
It is short.
And I don't want to see Daisy in... They're growing out her hair just to specifically put her in pigtails for these dumb outfits. And it's like, she doesn't have enough hair for a long-ass pigtail the way they're drawing it. And they also make it like, take her hair and just like add a pigtail to it. It's like they're extending her hair unnaturally.
Okay, maybe she has hair extensions.
It's a fake ponytail.
And Rosalina has longer hair too, I noticed.
I don't know. I just don't like it when they do
I think
that.
it's just a new design.
I don't like it. In fact, I hate it.
Love it or hate it, Daisy's new design.
Hate it.
It's literally not new.
whatever.
Okay. Speaking of love it or hate it, are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, so many episodes ago, I said that I was sick of the strawberry shortcake, freeze-dried candy advertisements that were coming up on my FYP all the time. And so one of our listeners sent to me the strawberry shortcake.
One of our listeners.
Freeze dried. And so I'm going to do a live
Yes.
taste test. I have not tried them yet. And I'm actually really thirsty, so I'm gonna have a drink of water first, so that
You stay thirsty. You're thirsty hoe.
so that my palate's cleansed.
Good idea. But can I smell them while you open it?
Because you'll never be able to eat them.
Because I will not be trying them. Yeah. I just want to smell them. I don't eat sugar, for those that don't know. And let's see. I'm going to read the ingredients. 4 pieces is 170 calories. So the first ingredient
I'm just gonna have a half of one though.
skim milk. The second ingredient is milk.
2 different milks.
And the third ingredient is sugar. So
That's all.
there's 1,000 ingredients, but those are the top 3. It goes in order of percentage. So it's mostly milk and sugar.
Wow.
And then flour and vegetable oil and then corn syrup and then more milk and then more corn syrup and then more oil, preservatives and baking soda, salt. Red 40, which is on its way out. I'm sure will be the next thing banned, but all right. Oh, it smells like what are those little strawberry wafers that you get at Costco? And they
That's exactly what they're called. Strawberry wafers.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, those are good.
Smells like those, so I bet you might want to eat more. You're going to want to eat all of these, I think. I think you're going to really regret what you said.
It's not I never said anything that they wouldn't taste good. I was just sick of first of all, I am skeptical of eating food that was shipped to me. But this was a trusted source.
By a weirdo.
No. Yeah, by a weirdo who I've never met before.
That being said, if you want to send us anything,
yeah.
Anyway,
I'm going to try it. Okay.
You can hear that crunch, the ASMR crunch.
Okay, so it's really good. But I never said that it wouldn't be. But is it worth I don't know how much this was. Is it worth it? I don't know.
Are you going to slowly eat one a day? I'm only going to eat half. Eats the entire piece.
It's very good. I thought it would be like harder, but it's not. It's very wafery.
Well, great. I'm glad we got that.
Maybe you should buy it.
So if you're interested, our link to the TikTok shop is posted below and you can buy it for yourself. Moving on now to America's favorite segment, Love It or Hate It. I'm going to start. Love it or hate it, the AMAs.
I hate it.
Hate it. Never watching again. And I don't even
It was a gross waste of time.
Gross waste of time. I don't even want to spend that much time talking about that.
Love it or hate it, people that talk to themselves in public places.
Love it.
I hate it.
I was doing that. I was walking little Freddy. He's a little corgi. For those who don't know, Freddy's this little corgi chihuahua mix, and I watch him a lot. And I was walking him down the streets of Chicago, and I was talking to myself because I needed to plan out my day. And sometimes it's just easier for me to hear it, to process it. Especially when I'm making a decision. I was trying to decide, was I going to go to the grocery store to get food, or was I going to pick food up? And so I was just having a conversation with myself. Nothing wrong with that.
Sometimes I do that when I'm alone in my home.
So you're a hypocrite.
I said in public places, though. I think if you're talking to yourself in public and with earshot of people, it's like talk in your head like a normal. And then it's like confusing. Because like, who are you talking to? Because I know it's not me.
It's not you. Not everything's about you. I think you're I think you're too insecure about trying to decide whether someone's talking to you or not.
No, because it's not. Like, it's not trying to decide because I know that they're not. So it's not me trying to determine if they are because I know that they're not. It's just weird.
I don't think it's weird at all. I think you're weird.
No, I think it's weird when you're in a public place talking to yourself.
I say mind your damn business.
But you're there talking aloud, so now it's everyone's business.
It's not everyone's business.
Everyone in earshot.
It's not everyone's business unless they make it their business. Love or hate Taylor Swift?
I'll say I love Taylor, hate Swifties.
Well, I was talking about Taylor Swift.
Okay, love it.
Love it too. All right, I'm going to quickly move on. I'm going to do another one, and then I'll let you do yours, okay?
Okay.
And this one is because, again, we got some pushback on TikTok, and I just, like, don't get it. So, love it or hate it, Bethany Frankel?
Hate it.
Love it. How do you hate Bethany Frankel?
I'm over her.
What?
She bit the hand that fed her.
No, she didn't.
And she's salty that she left.
No, she's not.
But then she does nothing but talk about it constantly, and talk when she eats. She talks with food in her mouth.
I hate that she does that. I can't watch her videos when she's eating because it's like, I hate when people talk while they're eating. Like, chew your food. It's just, you learn that when you're 6 years old. Finish chewing what you're eating and then speak. You don't have to speak with food in your mouth. And it's part of the gimmick of, like, she's so busy because she's such a go-getter that she only has time to film TikToks when she's eating. That's the gimmick, but it's like
all she does is film TikToks now. That's her full-time job.
But other than that, but I love her. I think she's iconic. I think she has great sense of style. I think she's a beautiful woman. I think
she's nothing against her looks.
She's hilarious. I think she
is funny, but I don't think she's funny anymore. I think she's so out of touch, and I think she's just really, I'll say it, crazy.
I think she's crazy too, but that's what you love about her. And she never said that she's like a sane, normal person.
But she holds herself. She thinks she's like the best of all time.
I mean, I think she's pretty kick-ass. I don't think there's anything wrong with her. I think she gets unnecessary hate, and I think it's like people love to hate.
Unnecessary.
People love to hate, and I think they take her a little too seriously, and they don't get her humor. Is what's clear to me. Is she's just making a joke.
I don't think people are. What jokes?
She just has dry humor. She just is like, everything she posts is just for the bit and for the joke. Like, it's not that serious.
I will say that I think she has a really good dynamic with her following for sure.
Uh-huh. And all these people so hating her and obsessed with her can't get in, to the point where they hate her so much they don't want to watch her, but they need to watch this other guy to tell them everything that she's doing. Like, that was some of the comments, like, oh, I like, because we were talking about a lover hated the gay guy, and they were like, well, I like him because now I don't have to watch her videos anymore. I could just, but you still are obsessed and want to hear what she's doing.
But
Isn't that something wrong with you? You hate her so much that you don't want to see what she's doing, but you still need a recap of everything she's doing.
I don't think it's that people take her too seriously. I think she takes herself too seriously.
No, I think you're way wrong, as usual.
Okay. Love it or hate it, Paris Hilton.
I think she's fake as fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say love it.
No. I hate her. I hate the Hiltons. I hate the Kardashians. I hate the Richards. Yeah.
If I had to choose one, I would say I'd love Paris. I love her vibe. I love her aesthetic. I love her. I will say choose a voice and stick with it.
No, literally.
But that's just part of her gimmick. That's something she does, and that's whatever. But I love it. I love the blonde. I love the pink. I love the I don't get the DJing. I don't get this. She's not
'Cause
a singer,
everyone's
she's
a
not
DJ now.
She's nothing special.
Even
so
Meredith
in terms of
Marks.
that, I would say that. But love or hate it when people use an escalator as an elevator.
What do you mean?
I knew you're gonna say, Alex, what do you mean by that? And here's what I'm gonna tell you. I mean,
Just
you
stand
step
there?
up on the escalator and then you just stand
I do
there for
that.
50 seconds.
I do that. So I love it.
Until you get to the top. No. The escalator is not for your lazy ass to get a break from walking. The escalator is for efficiency. So keep walking up them steps.
The only time I would
move
do
faster, bitch.
The only time I would do that was when I was in the city and I was going to my train, and then I would walk up the escalator so that I could get there on time.
Walk up, I move past. At least there, they like, not always, but usually for like when you're exiting the subway or something. Usually, again, some people physically are incapable because of their rotund body.
What?
They have a certain shape to their body that makes it incapable of doing this, but for the most part, they
like
are
fat?
good at leaving space for you to walk around
Oh.
them. When, again, physically capable of doing so.
What are we talking about?
However, I hate, like, especially like,
Her hair and makeup today.
I just hate your hair and makeup today. No. Like, I hate when people just stand there. It's like, I am trying to get from point A to point B. I'm not trying to stand behind your lazy ass. Like, just keep walking. It's supposed to be, it's about efficiency. It's not so that your lazy ass gets a break from moving.
No, I think it's okay.
Especially like I'm trying to catch a flight because my other flight was late and now I'm trying to get to my next flight and I can't get around your lazy ass because
where it is.
I can't get around your lazy ass because you got 3 luggages blocking the escalator and I can't walk because of you. I hate it. Just move. If you don't, go find a real elevator if you're too lazy to walk down an escalator or walk up an escalator.
I think it's fine.
I hate it.
I think maybe maybe the airport isn't the place to do that, but like if you're at like a mall or Barnes and Noble, I feel like it's fine to stand.
No, it's never okay. It's never fine. And when I see something wrong, I'm going to speak up and say something about it. It's wrong.
Love it or hate it, Brittany Broski.
Love it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of her. I actually hate it. You know she releases music now. I think she should stop.
Like, non-satirically?
Non-satirically. You haven't seen this?
No.
She released like 2 songs.
Can she even sing?
It's auto-tuned out the hell out of it, yeah.
I think she's funny. I think she's a good...
I don't think she's that
good
funny.
Comedic banter about herself. I think she's fine. I think there's no reason to hate her. If you don't like her, then just don't watch. Again, if you don't like her, don't consume her.
It's not that for the sake of love it or hate it, I hate it, but I don't hate her. I'm just not a fan of her, you know?
I'm honestly not a fan of her either, but I love her in the terms of like when I see her videos rarely.
My thing with her is like
I'm amused by it.
When she was just like a little influencer, that was fine. That was where she fit in. And now her, and not just her, but all these other influencers are like blown up.
They think they're like big.
They think they're like real celebrities. Yeah.
Love it or hate it, exclamation points in an email, especially when it's 2 or more.
I hate it.
Okay, I hate it too.
It's so like, you shouldn't put exclamation points in your email. This isn't a fun house.
I get you want maybe 1. Maybe like have a great weekend, something like that at the end of your email.
Okay, if it's like appropriate, yeah.
But you should have several sentences with exclamation points throughout the email because it's like, why are you fucking shouting at me? This is a work email. Or this is a school email.
Yeah, I always do like when I respond to people at work, it's always like sounds good, exclamation point.
If I say sounds good, I'll put period.
Sometimes
Thanks, period.
I switch in between. Sometimes I do a period. Sometimes I do exclamation.
I also, when I'm at work, I speak in very monotone voice, typically.
Me too.
Usually, I read the moral dilemma and I introduce it to you guys, and then we talk about it. but this week's a little different. So go ahead.
Okay. This is our moral dilemma of the week from a faithful listener.
They're all faithful listeners, and all of you listening right here are our.
Okay, it's time for moral dilemma. Hi, Twinfluenced. I have this guy friend who I've known for years, and there's never been any funny business between us. Recently, we were talking about how dating is harder as we get older, and I had said something along the lines of, I want to get to know someone before I just make out with them. And he replied, we could try it, and if we don't like it, we never have to talk about it again. At first, I was like, no way, but now I'm considering it. What should I do? And this is from Ava from Indiana.
So this is a really good question. Of course, she could do nothing. Everyone always has that option, that is do nothing. But I guess so the question is, should she or should she not make out with this guy?
Her friend, yeah.
Her friend. It's a male friend or a female
male friend?
It's a male friend. So it feels weird to pre-plan a make-out session.
I don't know if it's pre-planned. I think it's more like a friends with benefits thing is what I would take away from it.
So first I would say any type of situation of scheduling any type of makeout session or more is definitely a no-go on my part. Like, you don't schedule a makeout session in advance, right?
No, I don't think. I think you're overthinking it, though.
In terms of, like, taking things to the next level,
yeah.
Even that, I think, should just be, like, more spontaneous, right? Like,
but if they're friends, and it might be awkward. So they're just. So should they do it or not? Is the question.
Why not? I say do it.
I think like you could do it, and I think you just if you want to do it, and you're leaning towards doing it, you just have to, do it with the risk that like the friendship might end as a result.
I don't think it would end. I don't think
it doesn't
would
have
change.
to end,
I think
but
just
there's always that
do
possibility.
Just do it, as Nike says. Just do it.
Well, I think that. I mean,
and those I think are words to live by.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Michael Scott.
It's not just Michael Scott.
No, it's you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Okay, so I think the answer is to just try it.
I say do it. You only live once. Well, first of all, are you even attracted to him? Because that also matters.
Yeah, that does matter.
If he looks like a toe, don't do it just to do it.
Yeah, don't do it if, like, I don't.
Like, you have to. I'm gonna
do it out of desperation.
Do an assumption that you have some level of attraction if you're considering it in the first place. But I would say, like, if you're not, then don't do it. Don't make it up just to try it.
I agree, and I feel like you don't have to do it out of desperation. I feel like if there's something there, then maybe you could pursue it and see what happens. And it could just be a simple, like a casual thing.
Yeah, or you can just go out, get drinks, and see what happens.
Yeah, another dilemma solved.
Consider it solved. All right. That brings us to our brand new segment, which is
Twinners and
Losers. So what is this? This is the new segment where we announce the Twinner and Loser of the month since the last time we've done it.
Undetermined recent amount of time.
And I'll just say from the launch of our podcast to now. So about the last 5 weeks. And then future segments will be since the last time we did the segment. Okay?
Okay.
So, Twinner and Loser. So, this is a segment where we each pick a twinner of the duration. A twinner and a loser.
Twinner just means winner, but with a pun.
A twinner is our pun since we're twinfluenced. I didn't feel like we needed to explain that, but Timmy did. So, there you have it.
Okay, who is your twinner?
Let's start with the loser. So I like to get the bad news out
I want to
first.
end with the loser.
We can't crown the twinners and then end it with the losers.
Fine.
My loser is Hoda Kotb.
What?
Yes. Hoda Kotb's been on a new journey. She's been going on different shows. She was on Watch What Happens Live. She was on the show she used to host, but got canned because she didn't. She left because she wanted to. She left the, what is it called? The morning show? The Today Show?
I think it's the Today Show. You don't think she left on her own?
She left on her own, but I don't think she left because she wanted to spend more time with her children, which is what she said. She was talking about how for months she just really wants to be an active mother and raise her children and be there for them at this critical age because they're like little still, because she adopted them like late in life. But she's been gone for a month, and now she has this. She just didn't know what to do with herself, and now she has this new app because she just really wants to help people find joy.
Well, she
and
announced,
if you want joy, you could pay $16.99 a month, and she could tell you how to be joyful.
well, I mean,
Loser idea from a loser person, Hoda Kotb. You clearly are struggling to find joy. Your children are not bringing you the joy you claimed they were gonna bring you. Because clearly all you care about is money and your next paycheck. Because you don't need the paycheck. You live fine. You could do something it's much easier, money grab. Start a commercial, something cheap. Make a quick buck.
write a book again.
Write a book. Literally, write a book. And still be home with your kids.
Keke Palmer did
it. Right. Do what Kiki did. It's such an outrageous idea. And it's clear that the whole I want to be home with my children was such a lie. Because now you're launching this business, which, if I had any sense or belief that you were actually in control of this app, then it's like you clearly was a lie, because you can't run a business and also be an active mother, being home, packing their lunches and doing the daycare job. Another thing you could have done is just start a pod. No, but I'm not attacking working moms. I'm saying that her excuse that she didn't feel like she was being an active enough mother for her kids as a working mom was a fake excuse. It wasn't a real excuse, because she wants to keep working.
That's what they always use.
But I'm calling her out for the lie that she is.
Well, yeah.
That's why she's the loser.
My thing is,
it was a lie. It was just, and you're lying now. You're still lying. You're lying about how to bring joy. And I have newsflash from insider sources, and that is that she's not actually joyful, and she's actually a horrible, mean person.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that the sizzle from American Dad is based on her?
It looks like her.
Because it's based on them.
Yeah, so that's my loser.
Okay, my loser is... Can I get a drum roll? Jojo Siwa.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I just feel like she's been having so many... She's had nothing but flop eras. And she is a flop. She tried to force a rebrand and it flopped. And jump-started someone else's career. And short-lived career. But still. And then
revived the one song.
Yeah. And then she goes on all these reality shows now, and she was a lesbian, and it was like, okay, great, stand in your truth. But now she's not a lesbian anymore. And okay, bi erasure, not about that. Okay, bisexual people exist, I guess. But
she doesn't want to say she's bi. She's like, maybe I'm just queer. And
right.
Like, I think you're overthinking this. And it's the reason she's overthinking is because her branding and identity and how she makes money is off of the... But the reason she has to like label herself as still something is because all her marketing and her branding is off the fact that she's a lesbian and she has all the rainbow shit and she performs at all the pride events because she is a lesbian. And now it's like, so she intertwines herself too much with her sexual identity, and now it's like a crisis for her. And that's kind of a problem when you make your sexual orientation your personality.
I don't know about that, but I think.
Well, I do.
I think that she definitely made it part of her brand that she was like a new lesbian, and then now and I think that, and if you're bisexual and you discover that, that's fine. But to go the way she went about it was like, I don't know. I feel like it's part of an act. Like she cheated on her girlfriend on national television.
Well,
and is still with the guy.
And that just shows you who she is.
Yeah.
Like, disgusting. A real loser.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to say my twinner last because.
Okay. My twinner is Lizzo.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel like she's really having a well-deserved comeback after a rough year, and she's been
a rough year
when she was canceled.
Yeah, that worked clearly.
Well, she had to take a year off, and now she's back and better than ever.
Yeah, because she lost all the weight.
She hardly lost weight.
I mean, she still got her curves, but she lost a lot of weight, and you can't even say otherwise.
Okay, yeah, she lost weight. But I think that she's really having a comeback, and she was on Saturday Night Live. Not that anyone watches that anymore.
No, I didn't watch that.
And she's on Z-Way, and she has her singles. She's probably gonna have an album out soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's a good album. I like her
singles are good.
I agree. I do. I respect that choice. Not who I would have ever picked, but
she was on. I think she was on Watch What Happens Live. I don't think so though.
I don't know.
But yeah, she's really having a comeback. And I think she's a twinner.
My twinner of the life, twinner of the century.
Oh my god.
Is of course the twinner, Taylor Swift. Why? Because she just bought back her music. And I was thinking about this when we spoke about it earlier. I was like, I'm about to rehash all of this in my twinner, but it's so important to me that it's worth mentioning twice. She is a true twinner because she got her music back and she owns all her music and she has to re-record, and she is now charting all of her albums, both the Taylor's versions and the OGs, and she's just, her investment's going to multiply like tenfold really quickly, and she's just gonna be a really strong, rich woman, and that's a twinner if I've ever seen one.
Can we acknowledge that all four of our twinners and losers were women? And I think that's beautiful.
Gay women?
Yeah, Gaylor.
No.
Oh.
We cannot. But, okay, is that all we had?
I think that is all we had.
So that's our new segment, Twinners and Losers. I don't know how often we're going to be doing that.
Probably like
Maybe
once every few episodes.
Yeah, like maybe if we see something really stand out that's like it's time to do another twinner and loser. Write to us at twinfluenced. Oh, I forgot to do our plug at the end of the show last time. Well,
you could just
I'll record it and plug it.
We could just re-clip it.
Yeah. What do you think about our Twinfluencer or Twinfluenced Twinners and Losers? Write to us at twins@twinfluenced.net. If you have a moral dilemma, we forgot to say this too. If you have a moral dilemma,
we didn't do moral dilemma in part 1.
No, I'm saying when we just did moral dilemma, but we didn't say it after moral dilemma, so I'm gonna say it right now.
Okay, let's get into it.
Email moraldilemma@twinfluenced.net, and you too can have your moral dilemma solved. If you have any feedback, comments, whatever, let us know what you think based on what we talked about. By emailing us at twins@twinfluenced.net. You can also follow us at twinfluencedpod at TikTok. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Twinfluence. You can follow me on TikTok at alexjamesmiller. You can Snapchat me at alexjamesmiller. I'd plug my Instagram, but I really don't go on Instagram, so I'm not going to plug it. Would you like to plug anything?
All of my socials are private, but if you want to find me at The Real Tim Miller, that's mostly my
But if you want to
username.
find me at the Roundup, what did she say? What did Leanne?
No, not the... No, that's not what that's not the Roundup is what she said, but that's not the context of it.
I forget.
He gets his dick sucked at the Roundup. I
yeah.
know the boys who did it.
Yeah, it was.
It's a Real Housewives of Dallas reference.
Cash me outside. How about that? All right, bye.
Bye.